The KwaZulu-Natal Premier Thami Ntuli will now face that motion of no confidence from Khumalo on the 15th of December. The party has cited financial mismanagement, wasteful expenditure, including an expensive international trip by the Premier, as having eroded its confidence in his government of provincial unity. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo, tracking the story, joins us now. Juniour, good afternoon to you. If you look at the numbers in KwaZulu-Natal, it was only a matter of time before MK brought this motion. We'll now have to wait a few weeks before we know what'll happen.
Indeed, Stephen, given the electoral results that happened in 2024 during those provincial elections, the MK party got about 45.35% of the votes. So they got the majority, but they still didn't get to have the premier from the MK party leading this particular legislature. This was because the ANC, the IFP, NFP, as well as the Democratic Alliance put together the numbers that they had basically so that they could vote in place Mr. Thami Ntuli as the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal. So they have been trying actually to remove the Premier through a motion of no confidence. This was not the first attempt. In October, they actually tried again, but it was not allowed by the Speaker because she had said then that they had not followed the proper procedures. Today also, Stephen, we know that the MK party actually tabled that motion or spoke to the Speaker and indicated that they would want to have that motion against Mr. Thami Ntuli. But the Speaker coming back today and saying that they also failed to follow the right procedures in terms of tabling that motion of no confidence. She indicated that for the first thing, they sent that email to the wrong email address, and also they didn't follow the right procedures. They wanted a special motion to actually happen today, but for a party to get a special motion, they're supposed to get the consensus of all of the parties that are in the legislature. So despite all of the challenges and the failure to follow the right procedures, the Speaker said because it seems to be an important thing for the MK party that they do table this motion of no confidence, she would be allowing it to go ahead on the 15th of December. She said she could not allow it to go ahead today because it had not given the parties in the legislature enough time to debate this motion of no confidence or even to canvass and speak to other parties in terms of how they are going to vote. So now the motion is going to be going ahead on the 15th of December. This is when the MK party will have to actually try and win over the support of other parties. They need the votes from the EFF, from the NFP, as well as from one of the parties that are in that coalition with the ANC. I spoke to some of the MK party members. They seem to be confident. They're saying that they have been speaking to some of those parties and those parties are not happy with how Ntuli has been running this administration. So it seems to be quite a big challenge. But let's take a listen to what the Speaker said about the proceedings that were taking place and how the MK party had tabled this motion.
Honorable members, I fully appreciate and recognize that any political party has the right to introduce a motion and request the same be scheduled for debate as a party motion within a reasonable time. I must, however, hasten to point out that while any party may introduce such a motion, the legislature is under no legal obligation to schedule a debate on the matter at the specific date and time that has been requested by a party. This is determined by the legislature internal processes. Notwithstanding the nature of the motion that has been introduced, the legislature retains the constitutional right and control to determine and control its internal arrangements.
Of course, Stephen, the MK party has only been in the legislature for a little over a year, so it seems like they are still struggling with the processes when it comes to tabling a motion of no confidence. But despite all of those challenges, they seem to have managed to table this. This is the first hurdle, of course. Now they have to try and convince these other parties to vote with them when it comes to the 15th of December, Stephen.
Khumalo, thank you very much indeed for that update just before the sort of holiday season officially starts. It's going to be a very interesting December for various reasons.